You think your history defines you. You believe your identity is shaped by what you've always known. But what if your deepest roots were planted in resistance and resilience? What if every tradition, every story carried the weight of survival and defiance? Today we dive into a forgotten chapter of history, the story of medieval Estonia, a land torn by conquest, yet unyielding in spirit. All right, let's paint a picture. Medieval Estonia was like that underrated kid in a high school drama, stuck in the corner of the Baltic Sea, surrounded by bullies with fancy swords and big ambitions. The Estonians, with their Finno-Ugric roots and a language no one could pronounce on a first try, lived in tight-knit tribal societies. They didn't have a king or even a central government, just a network of clans and elders running the show. Think of it as ancient, crowd-sourced leadership. They farmed barley, hunted in their endless forests, and traded furs and honey with the neighbors, because who doesn't love a good bribe of amber and beeswax? Their beliefs were rooted in animism. Nature wasn't just a backdrop, it was basically their spiritual co-star. Sacred groves, mystical stones, and enchanted springs? Yeah, those weren't just Instagram-worthy, they were legit holy spots. But then came the plot twist, geography. Estonia's prime real estate on the Baltic Sea was both its ticket to the medieval version of a LinkedIn network and its curse. The flat terrain and open coast screamed, "Come invade me," and boy did invaders listen. Enter the Livonian Crusaders, aka the medieval equivalent of that friend who uses concern as an excuse to tell you how to live your life. The Northern Crusades hit hard in the 12th and 13th centuries, with German crusaders and Danish kings storming in to save the Estonians from their so-called pagan ways. Spoiler alert, it wasn't all baptisms and choir music. The Estonians fought back with guerrilla warfare, proving that they knew their forests better than any invader could. Their leader, Lembitu of Lehola, was a proper hero, until the Battle of St. Matthew's Day in 1217, when he died defending his homeland. It was a blow that led to the eventual carving up of Estonia between the Danes in the north and the Livonian order in the south. Christianity was imposed, pagan shrines were trashed, and Estonia got a crash course in feudalism. Feudalism, by the way, wasn't exactly the Estonians' idea of a good time. They went from being free farmers to serfs chained to the land, ruled by German-speaking lords who brought fancy castles and stone churches, but didn't bother to invite the locals to the party. Meanwhile, coastal cities like Tallinn joined the Hanseatic League and got rich trading goods, but the peasants were stuck cultivating barley and rye like nothing had changed. Still, Estonian culture held its ground. Their language and folklore remained intact, and even under the crushing weight of serfdom, their spirit shone through. Just ask the 1343 St. George's Night Uprising, when Estonian peasants rose up against their oppressors. It didn't end well, but hey, rebellions rarely do. By the end of the medieval period, Estonia was integrated into European trade networks, but its people were still disenfranchised. Yet, their legacy endured. The castles, hill forts, and churches scattered across Estonia today tell a story of defiance, survival, and the kind of resilience that makes history nerds like us geek out. So whether you see medieval Estonia as a cautionary tale or an underdog's epic, one thing's for sure. They knew how to fight for their identity and keep their roots alive, no matter who came knocking. I'll leave you to discuss in the comments. What do you think was more powerful in shaping medieval Estonia? Geography or resistance? Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones, and I'll catch you soon in another video.